All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another round of One Piece. I'm giving RG a little bit of a break. We're going to be trying some different leaders this week just because I want to get some other content out there. I can't overexpose you guys to RG. He is a lot of fun, and he is so good on the ladder. But we've kind of covered all the big meta leaders at this point with RG, and we've climbed very high in the ranks. We got over 3 billion, so that's a lot of fun. But now we want to take a look at Nefertari Vivi. Here's a quick preview of the deck list. There will be a copy of this in the description below. There'll be a comprehensive breakdown at the end of the video, and we're going to be playing against some of the big meta contenders today. I don't know if you saw in the thumbnail, but we're going to be going against probably a black-yellow Teach. We're going to be going against a red-blue Ace and against a blue-yellow Nami. We just want to show that this is a really good leader still. It didn't get a lot of support in the current set, but it is really flexible. I added in 2 copies of Mr. Galdino, and I changed up the ratios a little bit just to kind of deal with what we got going on in the meta. Let me know if you guys like the list. I have not tested it to high heaven and back, but it is pretty darn solid. But we'll go over all that at the end of the video. If you guys could do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. We're starting to really pick up steam. Got up to like 285 this week, which is really cool. I appreciate you guys so much for clicking that and coming along for the ride. There's a link for the Discord down in the description, and most importantly, if you guys could let me know what you guys want to see and what you guys think of my videos, I really appreciate it. I like reading the comments, and I will respond to you. I like getting in there, and I like hearing from you. I think that's all I got, though, so let's jump into some games. Get you guys there. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to play against a Nami. We're going second, and I like having these, but I don't know if I like having... This isn't like a quality hand overall, but I do like having a Cavendish. I'm going to greed out. We're going to greed out. We're going to find the pieces we need. It's fine. That's not what I was looking for. Unfortunately, Nami's going to get their crack at me pretty much every time. Yeah, 8. Okay, there's piece number 1. That is something I can't actually play this turn. Okay. We're in a good spot now. 5, this Life Burn Nami is where it should be here. Which will be a 2k out of my hand and a life. Oh no, it's just Girl. Which sucks, because that's going to be like a 9 at my life, and I think I'm going to just take it. Yep. I'm not doing anything about that. Okay. What do we get? We get rid of the other Cavendish, of course. We'll play one of these. Wow, he takes that one. He, too, is looking for his pieces. Ooh, finds a Kikanojo. Find the Vivi, of course. Move that up so we got more 1k access. Go like this. Go... Man, do I want another blocker? Now we'll do this to this. Okay. It's 2 cards out of hand, which they should get out of because they've got 7 in hand. They don't want to get too greedy. And then a 1k on top. Cool. And we'll pass. Okay, we get out of 2. We got our hand up now. Okay, to play the Robin, that's not a big deal. So I got to get out of 2 6s. That's easy enough. Buggy's looking pretty good for getting rid of this. Oh, even better. They're going at my life. Or at my characters. Let's go... This is so good for getting rid of Whitebeards. I'll trash that. This is looking less good. I don't know. It's still pretty banging. This is hard. Roger's so good for against this matchup. I should keep it. Yeah, we're going to give him a 2K. Cool. We find the Ben Beckman, too. Okay, so we found Ben Beckman. I got this on board. I can get this down to a 7. I'm going to have to do some trickery to get this low enough. I can trash this out. Yeah. This? No. This? Yeah, I already got one on board. I don't want to keep more bricks in there. Sure. Yeah, you do that. Yes, we'll go like this. We'll take a 2K, I guess. Okay, so we didn't find what we were hoping for. And we get away without them getting a trigger, which is very good for us. Okay, we're at 3 2Ks, 2 1Ks, and 3 bricks. Next turn, maybe Galdino into Nami if we don't find what we're looking for. 9 is like a Moria hit. I don't want to go down to 2. I want them to have to commit to something. Okay, well, they get to draw anyways. Seven here. We'll remove this. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. You already got your trigger. That's exactly what I wanted, too. Okay. Ooh. Or do we do that at all? Yeah, we probably want to just trash this guy out. Because their board is unremovable, I'm kind of going to go... We're going to give this up, I think. We'll give this up. Keep a blocker in rotation in case we need it. I'll trash one of these out. 7. 7. Okay, just a baby 5 triggered. That's fine. Now we can go... So that's a 6K now. We'll deploy this. Go like this. Trash that out. We don't need to deal with that. And then I'm just going to leave it there, I think. Next turn will be a Cavendish swing. Okay. Man, they're missing all their big guys. Yeah, they keep one of these off of us. That's fine. Because next turn I'm just going to do probably the buggy to get rid of this. Like, they're not playing anything. Like, my board is pretty full. Go up to a 5 or less. What do we want to get rid of here? Nami, probably. You have a second one? I don't know if I'd go that low. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that's going to make me play a little differently, isn't it? Yeah, you got it, boss. That's fine. Yeah, it's like it's greedy to go anywhere except at life. Let's go 6, draw some cards, get rid of a buggy immediately. We don't need 2. The way they've been playing is very weird. Attack 7 again. They should get out of that one. I'm almost tempted to buggy and let my guy go to the bottom. Like, just disappearing this is not a bad move, but I gotta get my guys on board. You can enjoy that. What do we got for hand here? 4, 5 2Ks, 2 1Ks? Yeah. My hand is stacked. Hand size is really big right now. Now there's the new gate. Cool. New gate, you're going to go bye-bye. This is a 7. This is a 9. Oh, that's an 8. Excuse me. No blocker. Tuque. Tuque. Resolve this because I'm going to be playing a 10 cost next turn. What would we like to trash? Probably one of these. Seven. I'm just controlling them so well. It's got to be infuriating to just be under this kind of pressure at all times. And it's not a single blocker, too. Like, you should have removed this forever ago. I get it. You wanted cards for your life. But guess what? Now you got to get out of 12K. 9, 11, 13. Kill me through my 4 1Ks, 4 2Ks, 3 1Ks. Blocker and life. I only have 9 cards in hand. What could I possibly do to you? Did you forget I have a blocker? What are you doing here? 10-10? That's not going to do anything. This game's over. Borsa. It doesn't matter. You don't have enough cards. I may be killing you next turn. Who can imagine how? Seven, 7, 12, 12, 13. Rawr. 12. Yeah, they ran. Can't imagine why. It's not like I was just beating them into the dirt the whole game. The funnier move, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, would have been to just go Kaido there, just so I had, you know, like, 13 card, or no, I guess it'd be 14 cards in hand. And then just seeing if they could kill me through 14 cards. God, I love how many 2Ks I have in this deck. All right, well, there you go. Let's see, I've beat up a Nami, I've beat up a Teach, a G Luffy, and an Ace. Vivi's top of the meta, guys. You guys just need to get on it. She's so much fun. Unfortunately, she hard loses to an L, so let me know what you guys think about that. There's not a lot we can do about that, but no, every deck's got some kind of bad matchup. That's what at least that's what they tell me. All right. That was a lot of fun. All right, catch you guys later. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Do we keep this hand? It's pretty decent, to be honest with you. It's got no Cavendish, but the entire deck can't revolve around Cavendish, I suppose. I don't know if I actually hit any of these. Okay, we get that one. Because, like, half the targets for this... Yeah, I was like, half the targets for this are in my hand. Wow, that's a lot of 2Ks gone. Bye, 2Ks. Who needs 2Ks? 2Ks are for other people. Problem is, I'm probably going to take a couple of hits here. Yep. Alright, he's off to a grand old start. Wow, we find a lot of guys. Let's go like this. I hate that I'm not allowed to pick this event with this. Bye, Leo. Do we just go 8? Probably. Cool. There's a Marco. Yeah, that's fine. Wow. Okay. The hand's coming together, to be honest, so... The hand came together beautifully. Okay, the hand really came together now. Could Jozu bounce one of these? That's not the end of the world because I've got double Vivi in hand. This is going to go really good for me. Okay, it's Zoro. That really doesn't matter. Bam. Resolve. Give him one of my mini blockers. That's probably even better than playing the Nami here. Yeah, that's so good for us. Wow. So he's an 8K this turn, which is fine, because I can poke 8s at him. Puts a card at the bottom. What's he going to give me? Gives me a nice 1K. So we don't need to commit our other Dawn. We can bluff an event because he hasn't used leader ability. And he gives up the Marco with leader ability. Crazy. I'm at 8. I'm going to be at 10 next turn. Does he have the I Am Whitebeard? No, he has Gravity Blade. It's very strong for him. No blocker. I can give up a 2 and a 1 here, or I can just take it. He didn't develop anything good that turn. Kaido's pretty good here. Yeah, I feel like I just Kaido him and I let this go. Yeah, we're going to let that go. I got too many blockers in hand. Have fun defending that. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 3 cards to defend that. Which he has. But I'm going to make him use them. Because I can do that every turn from now on. My hand size will get continually larger. His is going to get continually smaller. Mr. 3, keep the Kaido off his butt. But that means no Whitebeard this turn. I think I'm going to trash that out this next turn. I'm going to keep this on rotation. No blocker. I will give you a 2k and a 1k. I don't like this Vivi anymore at this point in the game. Too many of our targets have come and gone. I will block this, trash out probably a Nami. Yeah, probably this Nami. I don't think this is going to be important anymore. We got our value out of that. He smartly decides not to swing this. Do I want more cards? No, I just want to deny him stuff. Like, I'm feeling vindictive. So we go like this, get rid of that. Trash this down, give this rush. Make this... You know what? Let's just make it a 10 and a 12. Enjoy your 10 and 12. You didn't make it so this can't attack. Save the Kaido for next turn. I just didn't want him drawing cards off of, I didn't want him drawing cards off the Marco. Like, my hand size outpaced his for a while there. Yeah, that's fine. I gotta deal with like a 9 and then like a 10 and 11. This has character rush. The only thing it can hit is this. Yeah, that can go. That's probably the worst thing he probably could have done, because now I can go 2 and 1. This has character rush. It can hit anything it wants. I don't care where it hits. All of my stuff does exactly the same. That goes away now. Oh, that's pretty good. I'd like to develop some stuff here. He's a bigger guy, though, this turn. So he's an 8k. 12. I want his whole hand gone before I attempt to remove these. Because he has to respect this. Otherwise, I can go like 17k at him. Wow, he just lets that happen, huh? Yeah, I was like, I think I just kill you, dude. GG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5k counter. That's not enough. He actually died there. I was debating just swinging and killing him because I think I survived even the crackback on that one. Yeah, he didn't have any way to kill me. So I could survive the crackback because of the blocker and the amount of counter in my hand. I think I just swing 16k at him, leave one Dawn up as an emergency precaution, and then just destroy him. Poor Ace. Because I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8k, plus this is 12k counter in hand, 1 life and a blocker, and he's got 3 attacks. So he can't kill me, unfortunately for him. He was very smart not attacking with one of these the prior turn because I was totally going to destroy it. I was going to go Kaido, minus it down by 2k, get it to a 7, go 12s at it. He kept me from that line, so I just did this to trash the Marco out. What did you guys think? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? We love some Vivi. Oh, it's so one of my favorite leaders to just... People just aren't used to having to deal with it. It's kind of one of those forgotten leaders, and it makes me very happy when I bring it out to play. It does really well into any of these big body guys. It suffers against some of the small rush unit guys, I will say that. Like, the matchup into, like, green-blue Luffy is abysmal, so you just kind of got to see what you're going to find on here. So I'm just loading up into the casual ladder with just letting people jump into me, and so far we're doing pretty good. But I will say, as soon as a green-blue Luffy shows up, I do just kind of die, I think. All right, I'll catch you guys later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing against Teach again. We kind of mopped the first one up, but maybe that was a fluke. We're going to try one more time. Okay, this is a pretty decent hand. The thing that brings this hand together is I just need to find one Vivi. I was going to put one under Vivi like I was playing RG, but I'm not playing RG. We are playing Vivi. In case you guys are wondering, if your character, once per turn, if your character with the base power of 4 or more would be KO'd, you may trash one card from your hand instead. Do I want to get out of this? Probably. And I did that event this turn because I don't need to worry about it next turn. Okay, our hand's actually super solid here. Because next turn I actually do expect to get hit because I don't really want to defend against anything. Luckily they didn't develop anything. Yep, they take that. It's not super surprising. They need to find their pieces. Luckily our hand is pretty dang stacked. We're going to be in a good spot for a while. Wow, this guy... Draw one card, then play a full lead from hand. That's crazy strong. Let's see, what do we do here? We play the Cavendish and we pass. I've not actually seen this guy in their list before. It's a good 2K, I guess. Avalo Bizarro. Draw one card, then play one full lead from your hand or trash. Crazy strong for them. The bad part is the best thing they probably have to do here is play maybe a Burgess. My hand has no 2Ks in it, though, notably, which I don't like. But that'll fix. We'll fix that next turn. Okay. Play a San Juan Wolf. They'll probably attack me for 6. I imagine they'll do this if they need to fix their hand. No blocker will take that. Okay, we find the Ben Beckman. Very good for us. This will die the moment it gets turned sideways. He can also redirect me into it. This is also a really strong play. So let's start with a 6. I want to filter my hand. We're going to ditch a Nami here. I really want to save this for getting rid of their little dudes because it's just so strong. So that seems like a waste to me personally, but what do I know? Well, they have no characters on board, so I kind of want to do this. We'll just get a 2K, I guess. I'm kind of okay with them all going to bottom. I did not need a double Cavendish turn. That means we do just attack... well, I attack 5 at their 7, so I guess that doesn't... That did exactly what they needed it to do. Deploy that, deploy that. Ooh, that's really good. I actually like this hand quite a lot. I do need to find... I need to find a Kaido or a Buggy to deal with their big bodies. Next turn, this might be a bit good. I don't know, though. So we're gonna... Should I just give up 2Ks? That doesn't seem so bad. 2K, and I'm really debating on this. Yeah, we'll send him away. I don't think this list needs 4 Mr. 3s. Mr. 3 is really more of a tech spot than anything else. I think maybe we take him down to like a 2 of. Funny enough, we're in a pretty good spot either way, though. Yeah, I'm going to be trashing that out next turn for sure. If he attacks for 5, I get to free block. No, I don't care where you go. I'm going to make this disappear in case you guys were wondering. No blocker, and I think just a 2K. Yeah, we'll go 2K for that. Oof. Wish we would have had that last turn. That's okay, though. We'll be ditching one of our many, many Ben Beckman here. I probably should have ditched a Nami there. I just saw 3 Ben Beckman and saw red. Sir, your board is very empty. Did you notice? I noticed. Still no Kaido, though, which is not good for us. Oh, look, they found a 10 cost. So this turn we'll definitely block and give up one of these. There's no reason not to. The activate main of this has not come up yet, but it's so good that I just don't know why we wouldn't. I might hard play one of these next turn. Not gonna even make me give you a card. I love that. I'm gonna make this guy rage quit so fast. Up to 2 of your opponent's characters at the cost of 1 or less. Well, there's a Galdino. Now, I guess I start with this. We will trash one of those. My thought here is play this, get this down by 3. I'll put it at 6. I can get it down to... I can get it down pretty far here. Not my Vivi, no! You monster. Anyways. He's in such a bad way right now. Oh, man. Oh, man. He made this a... What is it, a 4 right now? 5. Give me a card again anyways. We're going to become late game monsters here. Okay. Well, our hand's pretty set up. Yep, there's that. He's going to burn us out finally. Finds us a Nami. I need to find a Kaido really badly. He nullified my ability, which means I cannot possibly... I can't use this. I don't want to give up my blocker here because I really do want to see if I can find a buggy, because a buggy actually just wins us the game. Okay, so he made it so I can't block with this anyways. His hand is very sad. I've got 3 real attackers on board. He's in such a bad spot. Double Ben Beckmaning his mid-game probably didn't feel very good for him. He goes 7. Should go 7. Oh, he goes 7 at the Cavendish, which is a big mistake. Don't do that. That's a single 2K, and if there's anything my deck does, it is find 2Ks. Okay, so we're going to go like this. Okay, we find the buggy, so they just kind of lose now. You should block this. Okay, does he rage quit? I am curious, because now he might rage quit. Seven. I wonder what trigger could possibly save you. Seven again. Gotta get out of this, or you die. My hand is stacked. Wow, he took it. I think game over. Oh, not game over. He can redirect me into that. You need exactly that. There you go, big fella. You are so screwed. It doesn't really matter what they do. They're just in a bad spot because I can do this, get rid of any of their little guys they play. They find a black vortex. They find a... Ooh, they burn me. I don't think that matters, though. They do get to heal, though. Funny enough, I could do the same play I've been doing and just go this, give a Dawn to the other one, trash this out. Yeah, like I can just kill them. Like there's just nothing they can do here. So guess what, buddy? 7. I think I just go 7, 7, 12. Because this is a 9 Dawn play here. Leave 1 up for the event. Okay. That doesn't matter to me. Funny enough, he shouldn't want to redirect this. So, like, he might want to redirect this guy, because if he redirects this, it's a bunch of cards. Yeah, redirect here. No? Gets out of it straight up. Attack 12. Yeah, okay, rests one of those. He hasn't used the redirect yet. Okay, so no redirect's been used yet. I mean, I could just divide up and probably just kill him. It'd be much more interesting for me to try and kill him. The correct way to win this match is actually to do this into this, kill this, leave a blocker up and a life, and like he just can't kill me at that point. But let's play a better, more fun game. So I could go like 9 at him is a pretty good number. Nine. The other thing I could do is just go Mr. Galdino. That's pretty funny, too. Is Mr. Galdino funny enough? I could also just attack for bloody giant number. You know, let's just attack. Yeah, let's just... There you go. Have a nice 10k. I don't think you have enough counter to get out of it. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no. GG. GG. He tried. I had so many ways to win there. It was just kind of crazy. I could have left this up. I could have Mr. Galdino there, played over this, made it so this couldn't attack me, drawn a couple of cards, which looks like it would have been a Vivi and a Leo. I had an open slot at that point, but that's fine. And then I would have had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because for the Leo draw, 6 2Ks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 1Ks in a dead event. So we would have had, what is that? 12 plus 4 is 16k counter. Well, they weren't going to break through that. I also would have had the blocker up still, and I would have had a life, which is, funny enough, another 2k. So 18k counter. Teach can't win this, apparently. I've done multiple games into this now. Very funny that they can't win it. Let me know what you guys think. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? This might need to go up just because of how good it's become in the matches now. Because this actually does really well into GU Luffy and into Teach. So this might become more of a 2 of now. We'll change that up in our next match. All right, let me know what you guys think. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? This is a lot of fun. All right, catch you later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a couple of games of Red Blue Vivi against some of the big meta threats. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so we're going to go over the deck list. I'll go over the play lines. I'll go over my general strategy, and then we'll go over some of the strengths and weaknesses of the deck. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not going to read every line of text, but we will go over the leader in full. And then if you guys need to slow down or pause the video to look at any individual card, you're welcome to. And remember, these ratios are just my best guess. I have not tested this a ton like I have RG, but I did get into about 10 games today, and we won pretty much all of them. So let me know what you guys think. All right. Once per turn, if your characters with a base cost of 4 or more would be KO'd, you may trash 1 card from your hand instead. That includes by blocking or by effect, or by battle or by effect. Activate main, you may rest this leader, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power during this turn, then up to one of your characters without a when attacking effect gains rush this turn. There's only one when attacking character in the deck, and that is, of course, Cavendish. But we'll get over that when we get there. For the red cards, we got 4 copies of Asabo Luffy, a 1/1/2k. Activate main, you can trash this guy, give up to 1 active Dawn to your leader, and or one of your characters, and then give one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power with really solid power manipulation, and it's a really good 2k. I got 4 copies of Nefertari Vivi. It's a 1/2/1. We're looking at the top 4 for Straw Hat or Alabasta cards. There's a fair amount of them in the deck, but I do find that this does miss from time to time. But that's okay, because when you play it, you are looking for very specific cards, and it matters enough that I'm willing to take that risk. I've got 4 copies of Tony Chopper. It's a 4/4/2k. He has blocker, and on our opponent's turn, he's a 6k blocker. He is searchable by our searcher, which is good as well. We've got 4 copies of Nami, which is a 5/7. On play, it gives our leader minus 5,000 and draws us a card. And activate main, we can give one of our opponent's characters minus 1,000 power. Very good for when we need to get some of the trash effects going. Got 4 copies of Nefertari Cobra. It's a 5/6/2k that is searchable by the Vivi, which is always good. And then we've got 4 copies of Ben Beckman, a 7/7/1. He trashes one of our opponent's characters with 6,000 power or less. It's very good that that doesn't say base power, because we have a lot of power manipulation in this deck, so we can get big guys down enough that it does make it so that we can just trash whatever we want. And then, of course, after we play him, if we did not use our leader to get that minus power, we can give this guy rush. 1 copy of Roger. I've only been on 1. It's been okay. I have found him when I needed him. A lot of times I trash him. He's only good in certain matchups that are pretty blocker heavy. He's got rush, and when our opponent activates blocker, if me or our opponent has 0 life, we win the game. So he just has no more blockers if either of us hit 0. I went down to 2 copies of Leo. He's a 1/2/2k. He just is anti-removal for a 7,000 power less, and that's not like the greatest effect for our particular deck because we protect against all KO anyways. The only thing it's good against is basically Gravity Blade specifically, which I did think about taking into this deck, but I just don't think it needs it because of how control-y we are anyways, and I'd rather get bodies while we play control than have a Gravity Blade. The best forward-on turn in the game, and the reason that I like going second in this deck, is Cavendish. It's a 4/6 brick when attacking. Once per turn, draw 2 cards, trash 1 card. This deck does such a good job of protecting its characters that if you get a Cavendish on board, you're not going to be able to give him rush, so you'll basically be attacking for 5,000 that turn every time anyways. But the ability to draw 2 trash 1 to filter this deck to the exact combo line you want makes this guy just unbelievably good. I've been trying 2 copies of Mr. 3. He's a 4/5/1. We can trash him, draw 2 cards, and up to one of our opponent's characters with the cost of 9 or less can't attack until the end of our opponent's next turn. Another reason our deck, I think, has been doing really well lately is because all the blue decks are running this now, and most of our top end is 10 costs. So Mr. 3, he's just holding back our 7k attackers, not our 12k attackers, and that's very sad for them. Nefertari Vivi is kind of the lifeblood of the deck, though. It is a 5/4/1 blocker. On play, she can play a Alabaster or Straw Hat Crew type card with a cost of 5 or less, but then we can't play cards from our hand for the rest of that turn anyways. But this Vivi is here to cheat out this Nami or this Nami, or even Tony Chopper if you're really desperate, or if something has gone horribly wrong, you can also cheat out Cobra if you just need a body to attack with. But I would really recommend against that. It's really the Namis that you're cheating out with this. This Nami is a 5/6/1 blocker. It lets us draw 3 and place 2 cards from the top or bottom of our deck. Don't ever forget you can put the cards on top of the deck if you want to draw into them next turn. Like if you're on your 9-Dawn turn, you play this and you say, oh, I found a Kaido, but I don't need it this turn. I want to draw into that next turn. Put that on top. Very helpful. Kaido, of course, is a 10/12 on play. If our opponent has 3 or less life, make sure they have 3 or less, then you get to draw 4 cards. So it goes +3 for the deck. Very good. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Buggy. It's a 10/12 on play. As long as we have 5 cost or more characters, this guy bottom decks anything and he sticks around. But if we don't have the 5 bodies that are 5 cost or more, he will disappear because he's a coward. And that's just kind of how he works. He is super good in late game control. I was running 3 of them, and I went down to 2 because I thought, because I'm running the Mr. 3 Galdinos, I was like, okay, maybe the Mr. 3 Galdinos will be better at drawing me some extra cards and holding off an attack. Buggy's just so good that I kind of want to go back up to 3. I don't know if I even like Mr. 3 Galdino. I've only played him once in the matches, and it just felt like a win more condition for our deck because board space is so dependent. But it is kind of good in the green-blue Luffy matchup is what I found, because I usually need an extra blocker late game, so I usually go this Nami into Mr. 3 Galdino for 9 and leave 1 Dawn up for the event. So pretty good there. That's about the only time I've liked it better than the Buggy. Because having a 10/12 that bottom decks anything and attacks for 12k is pretty good. I'm running 2 copies of the event. It is not searchable by a searcher because our searcher can only find 2 cost or more Alabasta cards, and this is a 1 cost, which is very unfortunate. But it does give our leader or one of our characters plus 4,000 power, and as a trigger to give one of our opponent's character cards minus 2,000 power. Okay. Phoenix Pyreapple is a 1 cost event. For +3 to our leader, but it also has a rest 1 Dawn and place up to one of our opponent's characters with 3,000 power less at the bottom of our owner's deck. This was really, really good into the Black-Yellow Teach matchup, and then it also does really well into the green-blue Luffy matchup, which is why it's now a 2 of. I've honestly thought about going up further with it, but I like the +4 events better than the +3, so I did a 2-2 split. Okay, so there's the deck. Play lines for Vivi. I always want to go second with this leader. There's everybody else in this meta wants to kind of go second anyways, and a lot of but I mean, I guess stuff like Anel wants to go first, so it doesn't really matter. You've got a good curve on even or odd, but even's my preferred because my 2 Dawn plays is going to be play one of these, leave a Dawn up. Hopefully you have an event if you need to defend. On your opponent's attack on 3 Dawn, if you've gotten an event up, use this unless you're specifically looking for a character, because on 4 you really do want to be playing the Cavendish. If you don't have the Cavendish, take it, of course, but if you have the Cavendish in hand and the event, get out of the first attack, play the Cavendish, note that you're going to take a hit on the next turn, and then you're in for a real good time, because on 6 Dawn you're going to be playing Vivi into a Nami, maybe after you swing with the Cavendish if you don't have them already, that way you can try and find them, and then you've got your whole curve there. So 4 Dawn, 6 Dawn, if you have an event in hand, you'll only attack for 6 and 7 because you want to leave it 1 up for the event because we're playing the long game. And then if you don't have one, you're going to attack for like 7/7, or if you had to attack this, you're going to attack for 7/8. Very strong numbers. Also, this Nami does really well at board control because this will also draw you a card. It'll also be able to go minus 3,000 power because our leader plus this is minus 3k, so you can remove board if your opponent attacked. So this does really well for board control, and this is actually really important for the following turn on 8, where you want to be going into the Ben Beckman, because you want to do this plus leader and get rid of whatever mid-game they just played last turn and trash it, getting around all those nasty on-KO effects. And then finally on 10 Dawn, my preferred 10 Dawn turn is going to be the Kaido. The other option for a 10 Dawn turn is something like another Beckman, or you can go a Nami, or and Mr. Galdino. Any combination of this mid-game is fine. Getting extra blocker on board is good, but drawing 4 and developing a 12k body is always best. On your second 10 Dawn turn, though, Buggy is your guy, because they'll have had their first 10 Dawn turn, and then you can just bottom deck their 10 Dawn after you've attack with Cavendish. Draw your cards. If you have a Buggy in hand, play the Buggy, disappear their 10 cost. Attack for, you'll have attack for 6, 7, 7, 12, 12. That's really bad for them. Then your hand's probably going to be like 9 or 10 cards too, which they're not going to like. One thing I did miss though is you want to play any of these events you have in the mid game. You want to play them in the mid game because your late game is going to be all 10 costs. You want to play Kaido every turn, you want to play Buggy every turn, or you want to play Roger. Those are all your 10 Dawn turns. If you need to get ultra defensive because something's been killing your board, you'd need to play something like a blocker, and that's fine because then you'll be able to go blocker and keep one of these, but that's about the only time you want to use the events late game. You can also go blocker, Galdino for a lot of value. The other option is to go blocker, and you can use a bunch of your minus effects to get this on field. I do like Asabo and Luffy for disappearing a lot of their mid-game board that they think is just going to stick around. This deck is really flexible, and its biggest strength is probably board control. On the odd Dawn, play this for 1. On 3, you're going to probably attack for 7, leave 1 up for an event. On 5, it's going to probably be Nefertari Vivi into a Nami combo. The exception is if they haven't developed a good board to attack you with, it's going to be the Cavendish. If they've missed finding a decent board or body, and you can get away with it, slam the Cavendish. Just go a turn slow on your rotation. Attack for 5. Play this on 5. Leave 1 Dawn up for an event, and then have this guy ready. And then on 7, I would play this into this, or this into this. This is any combination of these is fine. Then you can have this into all of these, and then on 9 Dawn, you're going to probably be able to go Beckman and be back on curve, and then 10, Kaido, and then just keep doing that for a while. This is okay if you're going against something with Gravity Blade. I had to play this against GU Luffy, but that was the only time I actually played Leo. I just didn't want to get my mid-game bottom decked by Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. But it was good enough. It turns out board control against even that deck is not super difficult for us, and they couldn't rush me down fast enough, which I thought was wild. All right, I think that's all I got, though. So let me know what you guys think. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Do you guys want to see more videos of Nefertari Vivi? I know she's not Red Green Luffy, and that's okay. If you guys just want to see those videos, let me know. But I want to give you some kind of mix, and I'm going to give you a couple other leaders throughout the week. So you guys tell me. All right. Thanks a lot. Catch you guys later. Keep killing it. Have a great week. Like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you. Later.